And by direction of the president, you are transferred from the Air Corps to the Army as a private.
A World War II pilot, stripped of his wings because of his family's heritage, is finally expected to get those wings back some decades later. Virgil Westdale could get his wings during a ceremony celebrating his 100th birthday tomorrow at the Ford Presidential Museum. New tonight at 6, 24-Hour News 8's Joe LaFurgey. He had a chance to sit down with Mr. Westdale to talk about his experience. Joe.
Yeah, Brian, it was 1940s. Virgil Westdale, whose father was Japanese, was a pilot and flight instructor during the war when the War Department discovered his lineage. He was sent to the Army, demoted to private, and sent to Europe to fight in what's been described as some of the most ferocious battles of the war.
They were transferring me.
Virgil Westdale represents an important time in our country's history, both our success as a nation and our failures. Born in Indiana to his Japanese father and American mother, Westdale was in college when he took up flying. That was 1942.
The war was starting pretty heavy. Everybody was leaving, all the guys.
Westdale signed on with the Army Air Corps as a flight trainer. But the attack on Pearl Harbor brought on what these days would be considered paranoia, as many Japanese Americans were sent to internment camps. Westdale was stripped of his wings, even though his father had been here 30 years and his mother was American.
But that didn't count. They're only looking at me from my other background from my dad.
Then came his new orders.
It said, by direction of the president, you are transferred from the Air Corps to the Army as a private.
As a member of the 442nd Regiment, the all-Japanese American combat team, he took part in some major battles.
It was the best outfit, as it turned out, in the whole Army.
After the war, he came back home, went back to college, and made a career for himself as a scientist with some 25 patents to his credit. Even in retirement, he went back to work, spending 14 years as a TSA agent, retiring just 9 years ago at the age of 91. Throughout his life, he's received numerous honors, both as a soldier and civilian. And despite losing his wings, he never lost his love of country, his sense of duty. He looks upon the return of the wings he was stripped of 3/4 of a century ago, as he has all along.
Until I see it happen, well, we don't worry about it.
His birthday celebration will be held tomorrow at the Ford Museum, and it is closed to the public.
It is never too late to right a wrong.
Sure is.
Yep. Good for him. Thanks, Joe. Yep.